the derby. Here we go. So you should be able to hear me now, hopefully, Adam, as Stocksbridge just ran into the 6-yard box. May have got caught in the divot that I saw in that 6-yard area. So do apologise for it. We have had a couple of technical issues involving the signal and some of the equipment problems, but hopefully able to hear me now. Adam and Cody there listening. We may have a guest also in the second half, we're not sure yet, but Stocksbridge have got all the ball, so what you've missed, I'll run through the team for you again in a second, as you may most likely miss that. Please tell me you can actually hear it now, and even if it isn't in here. Thanks, Adam. Throw-in comes in, but Swallownest have intercepted the half, and he's going to carry the ball some distance before trying to get onto the wing. Blocked there by O'Connor, back with their number 8, who is going to send it long before being headed away by... So I don't know if you can hear me now, sorry. There's no way to get any higher at this ground, Adam, I'm afraid. The Stocksbridge are throwing. It's all been Stocksbridge in the first 5 minutes of this game. Still 0-0 though, as Reynolds throws it to Mackenzie Gray. Back to the signal. I'm not getting any signal, it's just disconnecting constantly. Yeah, we'll work our camera crew. I'm going to... Well. Get my way under here in a second. Sorry about if you're hearing this. I'm just moving positioning at the moment. I'll try and keep you up to date with the game as we do that. So, really Stocksbridge on the ball, just you know, it is a bit of a mess at the moment. Stocksbridge have the ball on the left-hand side, but Swallownest have tackled and they've cleared it as well. Stocksbridge on the ball right back, trying to slip through Mackenzie Gray on the right wing. Mackenzie Gray's going to get the beating of his man here on the right-hand side. He's facing up with the defender, waiting to try and find space for cross. Does put the cross in, looking for the far post. If Fail tries to connect, but Swallownest just about get away. Back with Curtis Turner in midfield, evades one tackle, trying to evade a second, tries to slip a shot through, but it's blocked, and Swallownest have got it, and they're able to clear it away now. I'm climbing up a hill at the moment. It's not the best. Signal's awful. Pardon? Oh no, it's my signal out to the internet is awful. Hopefully it's better up here. Hello, you should be able to hear me now. We should have sorted out the technical issues at the moment, which I will tweet out in a second. Thank you. Oh, I was going to get my bag back. So, sorry, I'm just trying to sort technical problems at the same time while doing this, and I think most of you should be hearing me loud. As it's cleared up here into the striker position, so it's currently in the defence of Stocksbridge as Tinker sends a long ball forward. McCaskill's going to chase that on the left-hand side here. Can't get to it though, it's going to go up for a throw into Swallownest. Currently 10 minutes gone in this game so far. Yeah. Throwing out, headed on by Swallownest, and going time to McCaskill, who's ranked over but no free kick given here. Swallownest clear it out now. But it's gone back here into the midfield of Mitch Langton, who's just take time, cuts inside a bit before trying to slip through left wing. McCaskill here getting on the ball. McCaskill going to try and get it, but Swallownest, good sliding challenge there, has stopped him in his tracks. Do hope we have improved on the technical issues. Now it's causing me a bit of a nightmare trying to go in while sorting these out at the same time. So Stocksbridge currently on the ball, but it's Alex kind of trying to evade 2 tackles. Eventually does get it away. Little back heel there. He's got McCaskill in on the left wing. McCaskill trying to beat his man, holds it up on the byline, and he's going to get hacked down. It's a free kick, very close to the penalty area for Stocksbridge Park Steels here. So hopefully let's see if, yes, it looks like our technical issues have been. Instead, it's Alex O'Connor who is on set piece duty today. So hopefully we'll see some of the same quality, even though it's from a different man this time, as it has been a consistent threat. Well, it's not quite, it's a free kick on the edge here. Sorry, these issues have completely frazzled my mind. So here comes Alex O'Connor with a free kick on the left-hand side of the box, close to the edge. Here comes O'Connor putting it left to the far post, but it's gone behind everyone as the players had committed into the 6-yard area. Key Mackenzie Gray's gone to chase that down. He shunted his man though, as in the blind spot I have that's under the stand, and it's going to be a corner. This could be a free kick to Swallownest. Ian Richards shouting instructions out to Keenan of try not to give away the foul next time. So back here with Walker, the Swallownest goalkeeper, takes the free kick right in his own corner flank. So much so I can't see. He could be doing absolutely anything back there. I wouldn't have any idea. Dear. So it's a big, long ball here. Elliot Murray heads it away, but it's actually Keegan Tamara giving him a bit of pressure. Some communication needed between those two. But it's a good ball from Curtis Turner, who's got Lewis McCaskill on the left-hand side. The mid-sliding challenge missing McCaskill, but I think he's just got enough onto it to knock the ball out. Going to be a corner kick, and not the Swallownest manager not happy with that as he has a few yells there. Corner kick Stockbridge. This is Stockbridge's first corner of the game, as Alex O'Connor say on the set pieces today with Thomas Poole not in the squad today. A chance for him to impress on these and maybe get a few more set pieces to take during the season. Like a few players up such as Elliot Murray and Keegan Tarrant. Elliot Murray scored quite a few goals for them over there. It's a bit, but unfortunately a corner like that, that's going to be on absolutely everyone. Just like that free kick, he's not going to be on set piece duty much longer if he keeps taking free kicks like that. So it's out for a throw-in on the opposite side for Swallownest. Seems like the line we've got. If your Faber was our centre forward today, Keegan Mackenzie Gray on the right wing, and Lewis McCaskill on the left today. O'Connor tries to head it up in the air, and he has got it. He's got knocked out way to Tinker, who's in a central position. Going to take it forward, Jet Tinker. Going to put it to McCaskill on the left wing. McCaskill's had this right back gone very well, and he's going to try and get past him again today, but gets the tackle in this time and clear, but only to Turner, and it's still in a dangerous position for Stocksbridge. It's just bounced off him, and it can be a Swallownest thing. Lewis McCaskill's opponent on that left wing today, the right back he's facing up with, is Leighton Sawyer, a man who some Stocksbridge fans who are really into their team will know very well. He was an under-18, featured in the team that would eventually get knocked out York City in the FA Youth Cup 2 years ago. Stocksbridge built another attack, and they may have slipped it through there on the left wing. Good tackle by Swallownest there by Sawyer there, the man we were just talking about. It's not going out for a corner forward. McCaskill's got it in, put the ball in. If you're fair, we can't get it. It's almost bounced to him though after that clearance, but Swallownest are able to clear. Stocksbridge much on top at the moment. 14 minutes gone, 0-0 between the two sides. Jack Tinker coming up to take the throw in here. Throwing goes in, it's bounced back to Tinker. Tinker's willing to put the cross in right footed, but headed away by the number 3. Only back to O'Connor, who gets it back to Keenan Mackenzie Gray. Allows it to roll around, takes a shot right, but it's blocked. Another cross is put in for Stocksbridge. Headers in, well blocked, and it was a strong header from McCaskill. McCaskill takes his time trying to run around, and then his shot is well over. McCaskill working very hard just to finish. Not there for that one. Come on. Back for the goal kick here. That going to be taken by Walker. McCaskill on a very mazy run there that just unfortunately wasn't able to succeed in the end. So again, we do apologise for some of the technical issues we are getting in this game. We have improved them from the start of the game when you just could not even hear me, but it's still not amazing. Hence why there's like 4 people listening to this, but it's usually, that's also the average attendance for some of these Sheffield Senior Cup games, which can be disrespected by a few people, but it is a great opportunity for a lot of these clubs, especially clubs lower down the league ladder, as a free kick is given against, well, on Alex O'Connor. He's just gone in on the number 8 for Swallownest here. Free kick just inside their own half. That they are going to send a few players forward. Swallownest haven't entered the Stocksbridge half much so far. So Swallownest will look to try and get this ball deep into the box. Yep. So we're just waiting. It's the number 6 for Swallownest again. I don't have any numbers attached to the names. I know the names. I presume they're in the right order, but here it goes into the box here. Bounce behind, and it looks like it could be a Swallownest corner, and that is what the linesman has given. Swallownest get their first corner of the game, and a tough, and Steels will have a challenge now. Because the Seals, yes, they have been on top in this game so far. They've had the chances, they've had more of the ball. They seem to have been parked in the Swallownest area at times, but this is when teams can come equal. This from the set piece, and it's gone to the far corner. Head towards goal, just over as well. The Swallownest very, very close to taking the lead in that one. The corner was looped in incredibly well, and at the far post, Swallownest headed it just over. That's very close to being the opening goal, and the flashbacks of Rossington would have been happening had that one found its way into the back of the net. Instead, it is a goal kick. Will decide here. Yeah, it's going out near in front of me. Sorry, Liam, I can't move. I've got a microphone. Liam, one of our media team of camera crew, is helping out there. Reynolds here, going to throw it down the right wing into my blind spot. Anything could be happening there. Not sure what. I think it's a goal kick looking at everyone. It is a goal kick. So we are 18 minutes into this match. It is 0-0 between Swallownest and Stocksbridge Park Steels in the Sheffield Senior Cup match. It's been Stocksbridge on top so far, but Swallownest have just had a good chance. They've headed one over the bar. And it is now back with keeper Walker to take. So, Stocksbridge need to get the ball back here, and they've played some good football, Stocksbridge, so far. They've just not been able to find the back of the net just yet. You just feel when it does, it might be something good happening today. Mackenzie Gray, they're just passing it back here to Reynolds. Reynolds going to get it across to Mackenzie Gray, who's gone onto the right wing. Mackenzie Gray here, got a man to beat, his left back, looking to cut in. He's got 2 men on him, trying to get to the byline. Puts a good cross in, it's been deflected, and still managed just about clear it away. And Langton's just fouled the number 10 here as he was looking to break, and I think that may be Mitch Langton's name in the book here. No, it isn't actually. I'm a bit surprised at that. That one I would have gone with would have been a definite yellow card, but hasn't been given on this occasion. The number 10 for Swallownest being, well, just hacked down by Mitch Langton as they look to get on the break. It was a cynical but clever foul from the man who's going back into centre midfield for this game. And it's going to be back for Walker to take in the goal. You can actually hear some of the Swallownest officials not being happy that that wasn't given as a yellow. Can't actually understand that one, to be honest. That's what I would have given if I were refereeing. Walker sends it long, and looks like it's going to go back to Davison Hale here. Yeah, wasted free kick away from Walker. Back to Davison Hale now. Rolls out in front and sends it long, looking for Ifya Faber in the centre forward role. He misses the header on. Keenan McKenzie tries to get on it, but cleared away, and it's gone back to the Swallownest right back now, who some nice passing from Swallownest here. They do try and get the ball down and play football, which has to be respected, but that one they've sent long, low on the ground. Davison Hale is able to boot away and actually keep it in. Tinker's actually kept the one who's kept that in, but he's under some pressure, looking to turn away from his man, and he does, but only Swallownest have nicked in there. Swallownest trying to get in the box, but eventually booted away by Elliot Murray. Only back to Swallownest, who are keeping the pressure on, and now Stocksbridge have given the free kick away with a bit of a shunt, and about 35 yards out on that right hand side. It's a good one to try and put the ball in. So 0-0 here after 21 minutes, but a chance for Swallownest to put the ball in the box. We have seen from that first corner that they are talented from set pieces and something we will have to be aware, and one we'll have to defend strong, especially with a new centre back partnership of Townrow and Murray. But it goes into the far end, headed away there by Townrow and out for the second Swallownest corner of the game. So Swallownest having a bit of pressure at the moment after Stocksbridge's early promise in the game, and this is where Stocksbridge will have to stay strong because, well, they will be desperate to get anything. Interestingly, Stocksbridge have kept quite a few people forward. Just looking at who is the free forward to Fabu, McCaskill and Mackenzie Gray. Mackenzie Gray making his first start in the Stocksbridge search since signing in the summer from Shirebrook Town, who will have played here a few times while being at Shirebrook. Also been in NCEL Division 1 side. When it goes in and it's cleared by Desinelli, drops it initially and he gets it cleared eventually. Could have been dangerous that. McCaskill's trying to get onto the clearance, but Swallownest have got it. They're going to send it back onto the left hand side here. Trying to looking for the overlap here. I think that's Liam Frost on the left wing being closed down here. Now back here, trying to get the ball into the box now, Swallownest, and that ball eventually is headed away by Tinker, but only back to Swallownest. Number 7 here is on it for the away, for the home side. And they have passed it back to the right, but Sawyer trying to break through, and he's tripped over. Nothing given there, which I'm surprised about, and Stocksbridge are trying to get on the break, but it's a good recovery there, and the tackles put it out for a Steele's throw-in. So back here on the left side, Jack Tinker going to take this throw in here about 10-15 yards into the Swallownest half on that left hand side. Throws it into Ifyat Fabu, but touch not great, and Swallownest are able to grab it. Stocksbridge losing a bit of control of this game at the moment as Swallownest clear that one up, and Murray will have to cover it. It's actually gone out of play for a throw in to Stocksbridge. Do feel free to get involved on our YouTube channel here on the comments. Not only do your comments help us in this weird algorithm that YouTube uses, the more comments you get, the more we appear on people's timelines, apparently. That's how the black magic of this thing works. And also, I do like having the interaction and enjoy seeing what your views of the game so far is. It is 0-0. Stocksbridge have just given the ball back for another throw into Swallownest, just to let you know. Well, I've been saying that. It is 23 minutes gone. We are halfway through. Stocksbridge looking to avoid the embarrassment of last year's 4-2 second round defeat to Rossington Main, a fellow Step 6 side that travel here at least once a season. For the winners of this tie, it's a home match in the next round as well against either Hallam or Handsworth, which Handsworth obviously familiar foes. Hallam not so much, we don't get to play them as often, so it'd be great to win through and play one of those two. As there's a battle in midfield, bit of head tennis at the moment, which does eventually fall to O'Connor, but he passes it right back to Swallownest here, and they're looking to eject the pass. It is not the greatest pitch in the world for football, I'm afraid. We did notice some big divots, and Swallownest trying to pass their way through the Stocksbridge defence, but eventually that's covered and cleared by Elliot Murray, and it's gone to Langton now, who is going to send a long one, but it's not really aimed at anyone. It's going to be collected by Leighton Sawyer in that right back position. Almost tackled by Ifyat Fabu, but Sawyer's got it now. So because Fabu's missed that tackle, Sawyer has plenty of room to move, and he's looking to start the attack. Gets it through the midfield, but the final pass is lacking and intercepted by Elliot Murray. He's going to send it long here, looking for Ifyat Fabu, who's going to try and battle through here, but being well cut out by Swallownest, and they have eventually cleared it out. Throw-in. So back on it, it is exactly on the halfway that Jack Tinker is going to take this throw-in. Takes it before it's cleared out, but it's going to be cleared out for a Swallownest throw. And so after that really good first 10-15 minutes of Stocksbridge, they have lost that momentum in the game, perhaps just disappointment of not being able to take the lead so early. And Swallownest are building back into this, and they're having a bit more of the ball, and that is potentially dangerous. They are a good side, Swallownest. They've had, after quite a bad start, they have recovered well. It's back with their goalkeeper now, almost closed down by Lewis McCaskill, and the poor pass is going to be almost nipped in by Alex O'Connor, but so Swallownest with another chance to take the lead after this with this corner kick. He takes it short here. It's gone to the edge of the penalty box area, backed onto that right wing now. Ball going in, but well cleared by Stocksbridge there. Ifyat Fabu tried to control, tried to get midfield, but tackled it before Stocksbridge eventually do clear it. Ifyat Fabu chasing it down, trying to get the beat to man. He does get the beat to him, fan. Ifyat Fabu breaks at the Swallow 0. But Stocksbridge now looking to take the ascendancy into the game again after that chance, almost giving the Steels the lead here. Right hand side in my blind spot, there is a cross gun in, but it's a poor one and out for a goal kick. Shame there. disappointing there. It was a great break. If your favourite beats his man, that is what if your favourite has. He has a lot of pace, a lot of power. He must be a terrifying man to see if you're a fullback when he's running at you at full pelt as he was there. I think it got a bit crowded. A few of the players had got round him, and he was just trying to squeeze it through a very tight gap with the keeper closed down very well, and Walker was able to get a trailing leg onto it. And in the end, there was enough Swallownest players back that when Curtis Turner advanced onto it, the block was there. Cleared out here, and it's headed on by Montera, but it's going to be a throw-in Stocksbridge there. So back for Reynolds to take throw-in. It is in his own half at the moment. Reynolds here will take the throw-in long, looking for if you're favourite, but headed away by Swallownest, who are looking to get it onto the ground. Headed it back down to Williamson, but his pass forward has been blocked, and it's if you're favourite trying to turn this into an attacking opportunity here on the right-hand side. He's gone into my blind spot, tries to pass it back here, can't get through to McCaskill, but he has just about got it after Swallownest didn't clear, but then as he tried to get his way through to the box, he's blocked, and the home side have been able to clear it. So it's back to Reynolds for a throw, a bit deeper than what he had it just a minute ago. So, still 0-0 here as we are on the 29th minute mark. But Stocksbridge have had the best chance of the game and probably had the better of the game, but that doesn't mean Swallownest are completely out of this, and Stocksbridge will want to take the lead to try and stop them having thoughts of a cup set here. It is Stocksbridge throwing, who's got a throw further up the field. This is the first time the two sides have ever faced in a competitive fixture, which is a bit of a surprise considering how long both sides are competing in the Senior Cup. McCaskill's trying to get on the end of it, but it's been stopped here due to a head injury here as to one of the Swallownest players. And the physios have been called on here. Yeah, Sam Ewins, the Stocksbridge physio, also here to help just in case, but Swallownest are seemingly able to do it themselves. Bit of a surprise it would have been stopped. I don't think it would have been stopped normally. I imagine it was due to the suspected head injury. We have to take that so much more seriously than we used to with how well we know now than we didn't just a few years ago. Looks like he should be okay though, and back to play. And Sam Ewins is going to head back to his bench, and the Swallownest physio too. Going to be bounce ball. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a contested bounced ball. It was looking like it was in Stocksbridge's favour, so. But Swallownest not particularly happy about. I think it's going to be given back to Lewis McCaskill here, who will look to show dangerous. Actually, I think it's going to Lewis McCaskill's now actually gone into his right wing position, and Alex O'Connor's going to be the one who's going to be given the ball back here. Man down was Skelton, by the way. He's just on the sidelines now, looking to return to play. It's almost ended up being a bit like a set piece, the way Stocksbridge have put people forward at the moment. So after Alex O'Connor, we thought it was going to be Alton. It's now going to be Mitch Langton. So it's been a few options here as Langton here is going to, and he's tried to get the ball cross field, but he's slipped as he's done it. He's gone well behind Jack Tinker, who has gone back and collected, but I think the attacking opportunity has gone from that. Gets it to Turner, who's looking for the overlap for Mackenzie Gray. Can Mackenzie Gray get onto the end of that one? He's fighting for it, but Swallownest are able to cover it. Good physical play there, and it's going to go out for the goal kick. Good play there by Leighton Sawyer, the former Steel under-18 player. Seems like we're seeing quite a bit of actually in this game from the Stocksbridge is the wingers swapping. We've had Ifya Faber on the right wing, Keenan McKenzie on the left, and I've just seen that we're having a bit more rotation. With McCaskill's just gone to the left, McKenzie going on the right, and Ifya Faber back in the centre. It seems like we've seen those three just rotate around quite a bit during this game. As Walker's goal kick is very poor, it's just giving it right back to Stocksbridge here. Tinker just throwing it out here into midfield, back with Tinker now, who's looking to try and beat his man. He does. Good turn of pace from Tinker. Trying to get 2 for your favour. He can't return the pass on Swallownest intercept. Swallownest, look, I've just got the break there, and it's a good pass over the top. Dave Snell's come out here, and he's going to just boot that one out here, and it's going to be a throw-in in an attacking position for Swallownest. 32 minutes gone in this game. Still 0-0 here. Steels will need to work hard to try and get into the lead here, because Swallownest are not going to go out of this tournament easily. A team that had conceded 4 times on Saturday, but we do know about Stocksbridge's struggles on a Tuesday night in recent times, culminating last Tuesday in that 3-2 loss to bottom of the table, Lincoln United. Ball's just gone in from Swallownest, but it's so lofted it's easily claimed by Davison Hill. He'll like crosses like that all day to pull into my cliche book there. Going out for a throw-in. Expert summarises Adam. We may have one later on, but might not be worth it with some of these technical issues we're having with the cutting out. I do apologise for it. It's unfortunately we do get it at some of the grounds. I've never been to Swallownest before, so I didn't know it was going to be like this, or we would have tried to come up with something a bit different maybe, or I might have tried a different position, see if it might be better elsewhere. But it's back for Reynolds to take this throw. Alex O'Connor was wanting it to go along ahead of him, and said he's going to do it. He's going to be aimed towards there. If Fabu heads it on, McCaskill's going to chest it down, looking for the overlap here. I think it's just going to go out of play though, and go out for a goal kick. It's a nice idea, just didn't really work out. I can see my mum's in there trying to act like she's the oldest person in the world, which she might well be. I know about Norman Colley. I do my research. So back with Walker now for the goal kick. That overlap just been slightly a bit overhit, and it just didn't get. If Fabu couldn't get on the end of it there. Ball goes long here from Walker, headed away by Murray, making his return from his shoulder injury. Bounce McCaskill going to chest it down, and he's looking to try and find Turner, but it's been blocked. But if Fabu was able to get to it, pass it back. Turner's got onto it. Turner looking for Tinker on the overlap. Tinker's bursted in. Tinker's got on the left-hand side here. Yeah. And found the overlap, back with Tinker. Can Tinker put a good cross in? It's a lofted cross, it's a bit behind everyone, and Mackenzie Gray's actually put it more behind him than ahead. It's still with Stocksbridge. Reynolds here, putting a lovely clip cross in, but Swallownest are able to head it away, and it's going to go to Grady here to try and carry it away. He's actually stopped the ball and allowed the Stocksbridge to get ahead of him and stopped a chance for a counter-attack, but he has kept the ball well. Passes it back here to Bythway now. Bythway looking to send it long, but poor Tinker intercepts. He's going to send it right back, but it has just gone back to Grady there, and now it's just being passed around in the Swallownest defence. They're going to send a low pass long here. Did get to Frost here before he's passed back, and the long ball here is way too long because it's gone out for a goal kick to Stocksbridge. So 35 minutes gone in this game, 0-0 here at the Swall 0 between Swallownest and Stocksbridge Park Steels in the Sheffield Senior Cup. To let you know, this I didn't actually ask this before the game because I was being daft, but I believe this does go straight to penalty kicks. Should it be a tie game at the end? And we obviously Stocksbridge had miserable time on penalty kicks earlier in the season in the FA Trophy, not even scoring a single one as they went 3-0 out to Ossex United, though they. It's going back to Walker here. If Fabu's going to close down a bit half-hearted, which is why Walker's able to get that away, but it's only going to go back to Reynolds, who heads it forward. Keenan Mackenzie Gray's looking to try and get it on the edge, and he does. Keenan Mackenzie Gray trying to get the beat on the man, but he can only dribble it out of play really as he looked to beat him, and it's out for a throw-in to Swallownest. So, thrown out here to Grady. Grady slips over, and it's a foul given for Grady to slip over there. He has hurt himself, Grady, as he does it, but that is a poor decision from the referee, in my opinion, because Grady did just slip over. It's not the best pitch here. I was having a little look around it as I got here today, and there are some. It's not the best thing in the world. I can imagine that can be disrupted to some of the attacking play. So Grady is staying down after that slip. It was a slip, I'm afraid. There wasn't a fouling. Here, Keenan Mackenzie Gray not happy, but he's just had a bit of a talk to from Ian Richards, so I imagine it's just to calm down. Don't get booked over a decision like this. Save the booking for something better, I think is always the message. Grady is back to his feet now. He is a bit not great, but gingerly walking away from the ball now. Again, I do apologise for all these technical issues. They are an absolute nightmare to deal with. And I know it's cutting in and out quite a bit at the moment. So here comes a throw in from Tinker. It's going to be headed on there, and it headed on again, but that's only just got it back to Sawyer there for Swallownest, who've cleared it out. Headed away by Townrow, but it's bounced perfectly to Grady, who slipped through Swallownest. This could be Swallownest's opportunity. Takes a turn, goes across, takes a shot, and it's just wide for second to the ball, Stocksbridge, and thankfully we are not punished for that one. Left wing, but no one's on the left wing, and it's just because it's an easy one for Sawyer, and Sawyer's got space to run into, and every time Sawyer has space to run into, he does take it, apart from then when he passes it out and Tinker intercepts it. Maybe he should have ran into it, but Tinker just lost the ball immediately there to Dickinson, though Dickinson's tackle's gone out of play, throwing to Stocksbridge. So we are hitting the 40th minute mark. It is still 0-0 here in this cup tie. Neither team able to take the advantage, though both sides have had their chances. Back here with Townrow trying to get it onto the right way. Can Mackenzie Gray control it? He tries to flick it on, but it goes out of play, and it's not a... Mackenzie Gray, very clever idea from him. He wasn't able to pull it off, though. Throwing goes in here, and it's going to go back here to the left back here, and goal, but way back to the goalkeeper here for Faber, trying to close him down, but Walker clears it away. Reynolds is going to challenge for this ball in the air. It's gone over Reynolds here, and eventually Townrow gets the header onto it, making his first start for the club today. And as it goes out for a throw, and Townrow gets a bit of he's going to get a bit of telling off for having a little push on Williamson, slowing down that throw-in. As Mackenzie Gray just got in for the tackle there, it's going to be a throwing in the heart. Another throw-in for Swallownest in a basically identical position. So it's just another throw in here that's going to be taken by Skelton. Goes in and Turner's intercepted with his head. It's gone here to Tinker now with Turner. Turner's looking to slip through Ifeabu. Ifeabu does get the touch. He's got one defender ahead of him. Ifeabu looking to turn. He's gone over, and there's a free kick close to the edge of the area for Stocksbridge. And this is when you kind of wish Thomas Poole was in the team, because this is the sort we've seen him drift into the back of the net. So we'll see who gets the chance to take this shot. So I'll be genuinely quite interested to see who takes it. So we have no Thomas Poole in the side. We've seen Alex Connor take the free kicks, and it looks like it will be the Australian-born midfielder once again. Reynolds looks to be the first one on the right wing, and it's been knocked down. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick as well there for Swallownest. Alex O'Connor done a great job to keep that on target. Walker's followed it all the way, though, and he's made a very good diving save to stop that being 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steelers. You're back with Walker now to take this goal kick. And he's looking to try and see if he can slip through the number 10 Grady, but he can't. It's still with Swallownest. Grady's actually got it on the right wing now. The ball's being played back to him. Tinker's following up, tries to get the ball past Tinker. Tinker has used his pace to recover out though, and he has cleared it. Mackenzie Gray fighting for it, misses the header. Skelton's headed it back into midfield. Stocksbridge have allowed that to go through all through the middle. Back to Grady, who has been doing very well, I think, in midfield for Swallownest. Seems to just get everywhere: defensive midfield, central midfield, and attacking midfield. But eventually Swallownest are forced to pass it back. They head it long, and Davison Hales is going to go collect that one. So well done from Stocksbridge there to do the pressing and get them forced back, and then send a very aimless ball, which Davison Hales still got at his feet before he sends it long himself, looking for McCaskill, but headed away by Sawyer. Only back to Langton, who slips over on this pitch. We've seen a few slips. Murray's cleared it away. Mackenzie Gray's trying to follow this onto the right wing. Mackenzie Gray trying to control it. He does. He keeps it in. He's trying to get the beating of his man. It's into my blind spot area. Yeah. And it's gone back with Swallownest here the next time I see it, as it's played in there. Yeah. But it's in the midfield. Curtis Turner's got on the ball, trying to get through McCaskill, looking to turn and run. Does run, cuts inside, but he's been pressed off the ball. Takes a shot, but he's not got much on it. It's going to. I was always going wide as well. Stocksbridge having to bit McCaskill. Getting McCaskill on the ball, I think, is key to the rest of this game, because when he has been having good fun, when he is able to run at his defenders, he's just had not much chance to do it so far. We are in the 44th minute at the moment. So any closer to half-time, don't think we'll have a stoppage time board here, I'm going to guess. The fact I'm standing on a hill suggests that we probably don't have that. Ball going by Swallownest, the second header off by Swallownest, and hacked down by Tamra, half the better team at the moment. I think we've been allowing Swallownest to play too much football at the moment. I mean, yeah. He can't, so he passes it through to Turner. Turner evading a tackle, evades one tackle, and he can't evade the second one now. And Swallownest look to get the counter. Tinker tries to hack down his man, and he does get the foul because while he didn't go down initially, I think the pain hit him eventually, and I think that might be Jack Tinker's booking there. And I think that was a yellow card for him there. Oh, he doesn't, because the linesman's complaining there's a yellow card out for him. But we are in added time now as the Swallownest physio is going to head on for that one. And he's going to be some time there. So, if any of you actually said anything to me during that meantime, Grimsby Borough 2-0 up at Lincoln. And thank you, Adam, for that. I have not actually got the scores on because with the position I have now, I haven't got it in front of me, the laptop, to look down. I have to bend over and switch between things at the moment, so I do not know anything else that's happening, so I can't follow you guys, I'm afraid, like I normally would do. It's a very interesting challenge for me today, is having to stand up and commentate. Doesn't mean I have a bit of energy while I'm able to do it, but I move around, which is nice. And obviously I've got these signal issues as well, as we stand on the top of what I'm going to call Swallownest Hill. I'm a new housing estate behind me. Ooh. Could be nice. I've no idea. If you're a new housing estate here, come sponsor Stocksbridge Park Steels if you're listening. Because I've just shouted you out. So let's have this free kick just inside the Stocksbridge half. It probably will be the last action of this half. Here, as we are 2 minutes into added time, and right now we are just waiting. He's taking the time. Referee has just whistled there. Ball is going to go in, going to the far end of the box. Trying to get headed in. Swallownest look to turn and shoot. It's going to slip through to that right-hand side, but Stocksbridge are able to clear it. McCaskill's looking to control it. Control's quite heavy. It's forced him backwards. Evades one tackle. Passes it back to Tinker, whose clearance is charged down. It's gone into the box there, but it's been headed away there by Stocksbridge. Only back there to Swallownest's field. Nothing's happened. No half-time just yet. Right back there side, being passed back, and Stocksbridge are trying to press him back, and now Key Mackenzie-Gray is going to try the press, and he just almost misses the tackle there. Still here with Bythway, who has passed it out. Swallownest, they do play some nice football, Swallownest. You can't dismiss that, and they've just knocked the ball forward here for one to chase, but Davison Hale is going to go collect that one. We should probably most likely 3 minutes into added time. We haven't told how much added time there was, so we should expect half time any moment now. And I'll be able to hopefully make some long-standing solutions to our technical issues. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And that is half-time. It is 0-0 here between Swallownest and Stocksbridge Park Steels here in the Sheffield Senior Cup at Swal Zero. Both teams have had their chances, while Stocksbridge may have had the better one. The best one being to Ifya Faber as he broke through, but a impressive save from Walker was able to deny him, while some good play did allow Williamson to have a clear shot on goal, but he could only hit it wide. It is 0-0 here. This cup tie is in the balance. We will see you in 15 minutes.
Hear me, and the technical issues may actually ease a bit in the second half.
Here for the Sheffield Senior Cup match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Swallownest FC. Still 0-0 here after a first half win. Both teams had chances. Stocksbridge maybe slightly better, but not as much as they'd want to have been. Swallownest will remain confident that they will be able to pull off an upset here. A Step 6 side did upset Stocksbridge last season. That will be on the mind of some of the players who were in that team last year. So hopefully we will see a much better performance in this second half from Stocksbridge, and hopefully be able to take the lead again into that next round. A tie against either Hallam FC or Handsworth awaits the winner of this one. And the game has kicked off. Stocksbridge kicking the game off in the red shirts, red shorts and red socks, kicking from right to left, while Swallownest in the blue shirts, blue socks and blue shorts, kicking from left to right. One day I will get those all in the right order. No. It is a Swallownest throw right near their corner flag, well, about 10 yards away actually. So yes, we will continue to have technical issues from what I can see here into their central defence now, as they are quite comfortable passing it out, but that clearance has just gone to Kurt Sterner, who's got it down on after his chest, but the pass is poor and intercepted by Sawyer, and Swallownest clear, but only being blocked by O'Connor. Now back to McCaskill on the left hand side, trying to beat his man, but a sliding challenge goes in, throwing Stocksbridge more upwards, a big one, and take the lead in this game. So it's just on this left hand side here. And it's back here with Tinker to take the throw. We've seen a few long throws from him. That's not going to be a long throw. That's just going to get to the byline. Pills for a handball. McCaskill not given. McCaskill trying to get the ball in. Does get one in. It's over the top of the head of Keenan Mackenzie Gray. Going to be a goal kick. Just a bit too high, that cross. Much better from Stocksbridge. Just couldn't get it in. That's what you want with Ralston's lofty frame, really. Going to be a goal kick for Walker to take. Just a couple of minutes into this half. 0-0 here. As we see the... You probably can't even hear me right now due to eye issues, but... Side, McCaskill has some room to move into, but he just likes to get under his feet a bit. Look at Elise O'Connor on the left-hand side. O'Connor doesn't have many options in the middle. He slips a bit, tries to get down to the byline, still has the ball, but he's got to pass it back to Tinker. Tinker puts the cross in. It's just a high lofted cross that it's never going to be able to be attacked, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Just a bit of a bad luck with some of the slips there for the Steels, and the final ball though from Jack Tinker was lacking. It was one that would be impossible to attack unless you were 10 foot tall, really. So it's back for Walker to take. So it's 49. Oh, it's over the number 10 Grady here, but and Stocksbridge are able to get it, and they've got the ball here with O'Connor, who does one of the players there with a lovely bit of skill, quite close to his own area though, quite dangerous to do it so close. But that pass there at the end is poor, and it's given the ball back to Swallownest for a throw-in. Trying to do anything here to try and get a signal. The phone currently in my breast pocket to try and get it higher up, as if that would help. Ball's just gone back to Town around here, who's passed it back to Davison Hale, going to be closed down here. I think it was even Mackenzie Gray or Faber who was able to take the final touch, just not enough on it there, and Walker is able to claim that. Frustrating though, McCaskill though causing the problems again on that left hand side. Ball goes long but headed away there by Town Row, but it's gone right back onto Sawyer on this right hand side. Sawyer in the blind spot here, I can't see what he's doing. He puts the ball in, blocked by Murray, goes back here to Grady, who takes a curling shot, and it's in the brilliant goal from Swallownest, who take the lead. It is absolutely fantastic from Grady. You can't dismiss a goal of that, and now just curl that one into the top corner, and there is going to be a change here. Luke Rawson is the man who is coming on for Stocksbridge here, as the Steels will have to fight. It's Keenan Mackenzie Gray who is making his way off now, and this is the Steels are needing to fight back here if they want to continue a journey in the Sheffield Senior Cup and avoid yet another cup upset in this tournament. Goal coming on the 53rd minute there for Swallownest. Here it comes here, back to Langton. Langton trying to get it across immediately to the left hand side, but it just goes right out of play and gives it right back to Swallownest here, and that's not the first way you want to start off after what is a very disappointing thing to concede. Back for Sawyer to take this throw in. Sawyer take the throw in, headed away by Tinker, headed on there by Turner, back to Tinker, who keeps it in, going to send it long here. Rawson looking to head it on. McCaskill looking to try and beat the beating of his man, but he's been covered well by Swallownest. McCaskill's trying to win the ball back, and he actually ends the corner there through his tenacious fighting for the ball. Another good chance here for Stocksbridge to try and immediately equalise. Though without Poole, these set pieces have admittedly been a bit lacking so far in this game. So Alex O'Connor here will take the corner. Take it, looks like it's over everyone again, but headed back into the 6-yard over. Yeah, it's Townrow who was the one who headed it back in the build and try and get the counter in. And Swallownest may have broke here. Elliot Murray missed and gets enough on it to force it leftwards, and Stockbridge are able to get the ball away. Elliot Murray with a fantastic tackle there. Curtis Turner back there and cleared away by Stocksbridge. Rawson trying to get on the right hand side, but Swallownest head away. So on right hand side, throw it to Reynolds, tries to slip it through, but it gets immediately intercepted by Swallownest. Just these Tuesday night woes continuing for Stocksbridge at the moment, and Swallownest fighting here. Swallownest are built it through, and the free kick is given for a trip there, and that could be the first booking of the game here. Looks like it's Keegan Townrow there who committed that final foul. He is going to talk it to from the referee. And he does get a booking. Keegan Townrow, on just his first off the club, also gets a booking. And the Stocksbridge, if they don't want to go too behind in this game, will have to defend strongly from this set piece. Difficult one to do, especially because it's on the left-hand side. Going to be right-footed, you can tell from this, as Ian Richards shouts orders about covering that back post at the moment. As Ian Richards just continues to shout, and here comes the free kick. Cullinan looking for that far end. Rawson's the one who heads it away and head away again, but it is back with Swallownest now, who goes back to their central defence now as they send it long, looking for that left-hand side. Control headed on that left-hand side by Swallownest. They cut inside, get it here to their number 6 here. Hawks are now on the right wing, in by Tinker, but still with Swallownest, with Grady, the goal scorer, trying to slip it through, being intercepted, and it's Murray building away. Murray's going to try and send along to let Efia through, but it's actually been knocked and going to go back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's going to take it to his feet. I do actually wonder here. He's going to pick it up. Wasn't classed as a back pass, that it seems. There is Luca DeFalco also on the bench for the Steels if they want another attacking option to come on later on to stay in this tournament. Luca DeFalco is actually also playing here at Swallownest. He's dual registered, going to be for Stocksbridge in this game. Headed on there by the number 2 by Sawyer. Gets it to the right hand side for Montero, and it's going to that blind spot. And Swallownest looking like the better side since their goal, but O'Connor gets in. O'Connor is wrestled down there as he tried to pull the ball away. Davison Hare will take this free kick. 58 minutes gone in this game so far, 1-0 to Swallownest. Davison Hare takes it long, looking for Rawson, who tries to control it down, and he just loses out on that ball there, and eventually Swallownest clear it. It's going to go out for a throw into Stocksbridge in their own half now. So, with Tinker here, who throws it down, looking for Rawson, who tries to head it on, but it's Swallownest to get the ball back, and it's a shirt pull from Turner on Hawks, Dickinson, that gives a free kick to the home. So it's it. Throwing from Reynolds, going long and looking for Rawson, who heads up into the air. It's going to go out, peels from both sides for the throw, and it's going to go Stocksbridge's way. Swallownest are going to look to try and launch a counter-attack. They send a long ball forward, but headed away there. Langton controls it there. Going to try and send it to the left-hand side to McCaskill. McCaskill control. He got into the box here, McCaskill. McCaskill trying to get it across the 6-yard area. It's a fantastic last-ditch block there from Swallownest, throwing to the Steels. Rawson there was hovering at the far post to get his 6th goal of the season. Throwing here, breaking, tries to put the cross in, goes across. Can it be finished? If Ifebu needs to backheel it, he's backheeled it in! That's the most audacious little goal from Ifebu. It's 1-1 here. So Stocksbridge, can they now get back in and go on to win this one? And Leighton is tackling it out to play, so 1-1 by the Steels. And they're going to send it long, and it's going to be McCaskill who's taken down there. And it's going to be a quick one taken. Stocksbridge looking to work quick here. Jack Tinker on the left-hand side. Puts the ball in if your favorite tries to control, but cleared at last moment by Swallownest. Throwing out corner just flew over that direction where you just can't really tell. I think the fact that Jack Tinker's at it towards it might be an indicator, but actually I think it is going to be a corner kick for Stocksbridge Park Steels there. Opportunity to make it 2-1 now. Here comes the corner. Looking for that far post, but it's over everyone's heads. We are missing that set piece threat in this game without Thomas Poole playing. Something we've been so deadly on this season. And here comes Swallownest's first substitution of the game. I've got to look at my phone to see who's coming on, because I don't have a team sheet here. Against Horbury last night, he is coming off for Jack Haslam. We'll try and get outdated on our team sheets as soon as we can. So, Montero is, from what I could see when I was looking up some of their team, was one of their better players, but haven't seen much of him today, to be honest, which is a good thing for us, though. He's still 1-1 here as the ball here back in time. Gets it onto Tinker on the left-hand side. Tinker milling forward. Takes the shot, but it's blocked. Jack Tinker trying to get his first Stocksbridge goal there, and now they're trying to get the counter-attack, but before they could take advantage of that gap, Tinker had left. Turner's gathering it. Classy midfield man. Going to try and get through here to the centre, but it's going to bounce there, and it's going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in. On the left-hand side here with Tinker. Tinker has some space. He's going to put a loft across it. Look at that far inside. If Ifebu can't get his head over it, just bounce out, and he's going to go out for the goal kick. If Ifebu, with his 2nd goal for Steels, and with goals like that, he is going to become a very popular man round here. So it is 66 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 1-1 between Swallownest and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Right now we are heading to, I believe it is a penalty shootout straight after the 90 minutes. Which would be extra nerve-wracking after how poor the Seals were in one against Ossett United just early this season. Hopefully had a bit of practice on them since. Going long here. Swallownest missed that header as it goes back to Reynolds, who's just going to punt it long again. Rawson's going to try and control it, bounces off his knee. Swallownest half head it away, and then they do get the second one away. It's going to bounce off a Steel's play and go for a throw-in to Swallownest there. So back here with Skelton now for the Swallownest throw-in. Goes throw it long, tries to get as long as possible, but headed back by Stocksbridge. If your favorite tries to get the touch, but it goes back in the centre fence of Swallownest, and they've booted as far as they can, and it's a bit of a chase here. It's Townrow managed to get away, but it looks like it's just going to go back to Swallownest here, and Swallownest have an opportunity here, but a trip there has stopped him. It's a very cynical type of trip. I think it runs Zach Reynolds there, but it is a very dangerous free kick for Swallownest, though. It could have been far worse had he not committed the foul. So it's going to be an in-swinging free kick. It's basically, sort of on line with the corner of the penalty box, this free kick, as they actually have 2 men over it now. It's one that is perfect for crossing in, and it is going to be the in-swinging. The second man moves in. Very lofted, high ball, well headed away by Elliot Murray, though. Going to go back into the Swallownest defence here, but that pass forward had been intercepted, but it just came off him. It's back with Sawyer now. Sawyer having a little run round, trying to get down to the right hand side, trying to get the pass down the right wing, but it goes out of play. Back for a throw-in to the Steels here. Tinker here with the throw-in now. Tinker going to send it along, looking for Rawson, goes over Rawson's head. So McCaskill half wins ahead, but I think more Swallownest man got it on, so that's going to be a throw-in. And it looks like the number 15 for Stocksbridge coming on. I think that's Lee Whelan there looking on. It's actually McCaskill's got it on the byline here. Can he keep it in? Feels like he's gone out of play. Season come. Anyway, he's back with Walker there. Oh. So here comes Walker to take the goal kick. It looks like that's just going to come straight out of play. It is. It's going to come closer to me, but sorry, I'm on commentary. I can't move or else this disconnects. Going to go for a throw for Jack Tinker, who's waiting patiently for Liam to give him the ball back. Our cameraman there. Hard working camera crew, playing ball boy as well today. Turner's just trying to head the ball into the box after that, but headed away. It's going to be Zach Reynolds who's chased onto it on the right hand side, got some space, got plenty of people in the box trying to get it through to Rawson, but blocked by Swallownest, and it's a sliding challenge, and that may be a decision from the referee there on Zach Reynolds. That's one that could go either way, actually. He's flying it. It is just a yellow card. In the olden days, that would have been fine. In modern day... So, well done. Yep, some with Dr. DeFalco being dual registered, some have called it the DeFalco Derby, Luca DeFalco Derby. He has become quite well liked from around Swallownest from what we've been asking around while we've been pulsing them already this season. As Rawson tries to control that with his knee, it's gone leftwards. Tinker's gone onto it. Tinker getting forward a lot more in this half, I've noticed. Even can he come? So that's Liam Frost coming off for Ethan Kenny. Here, Liam Frost, who's been in great form for Swallownest season, scoring 5 goals so far for them. Coming off maybe a bit of a surprise with them chasing the win here, 1-1 still at this game, as Walker had to play. Free not been the best in my opinion, and that's on both sides, though. It's been a bit of an equal opportunities one. And by the way, as they assaulted the attack, they were penalised for offside there, so free kick back for Swallownest on the edge of their own area. Hey, it's fireworks night! No, well, that's not yet. That's when we play Tadcaster Albion on the 5th of November here at Brackenmore, so do make sure to come down for that one. Just had a firework go off, so if you're in the Swallownest Facebook group, you get your motors running now, because they're all on there. Walker clears this one out. King of Tyrone is going to try and get the header onto it. It gets on the top of a Swallownest man, but no foul given, and Swallownest have the ball anyway. And they're trying to get onto the left-hand side where Grady is. Grady's going to take another audacious shot, and that would have, if he'd scored 2 great goals in a game, that would be really frustrating for us. Thankfully, this time, it's gone over. Grady being a very lively player. Just feels like he's everywhere, goes Grady. There's another firework. This game is absolutely cracking, obviously, by the sound of them. It's explosive, yes, contributions. All goes long, but headed right. It's just been got Fabu on the right hand side, looking to turn. Ifeabu trying to get the beating of his man, and both men have gone down there, and the foul's going to be given against Ifeabu on this one. That one could hand side here for Walker at the moment, who's made some good saves in this game. Couldn't do anything about the Ifeabu goal, which was just ridiculous. Ball goes right back to Tinker, who heads it forward. Lewis McCaskill's going to try and take his feet, but it's been headed away from him. Rawson's trying to chase it down still, and that has forced Swallownest just to kick it out for a throw-in on that left-hand side. So Tinker here is going to come over and take the throw-in. And can Stocksbridge go and take the lead? Gets the throw-in here to Turner. Turner's surrounded by players. Putting a ball in, headed on by Rawson, and it's just got away there. And it's going to be Whelan who's gathered it here. Whelan's going to spread it out to the right-hand side now with Reynolds. Reynolds got one man ahead of him. He's looking to try and he cuts inside Reynolds, but Swallownest have got the tackle in and have cleared. Townrose headed it back there. It's going to go right back to Murray, who's going to send it long here, but it's a bit aimless, and that's just going to go bounce out of play for a goal kick, and that has stopped the attack there. Swallownest staying strong at the moment in defence. Is it? Well, we talked about the Luca DeFalco derby. It does look like the Stocksbridge-born striker is getting ready. Ian Richards having a few words in his ear at the moment. And he's going to face a club that he currently plays for mostly in the league at the moment. You'd hope that means he knows all the defenders' weaknesses. Be interested to see who he comes on for, because I won't want to take either of these wingers off at the moment. Both looking dangerous. Ball goes long, headed on by Swallownest. And it's been flicked on here. Grady tried to get over, well headed away by Murray. Can be headed back there. Back for Townrow, who's cleared it. If you're favourite, trying to chase onto it, but Swallownest got it headed back into their defence now. Rawson continues to close. Pass back to Walker, who boots it right away, and it's gone out for a throw in there. Some good pressing from Stocksbridge, causing the problems now. So, on the right-hand side now, with Reynolds for this throw in front of the quite lively young fans that have been sporting Stocksbridge today. On the right wing, but he's miscontrolled it, going out for a throw in. Stops that attack right away. 15 to go until the end of 90 minutes. Oh, why can't we have a cup game without drama? Well, we did. I think it was against Goldcar, and Ashington just didn't have much drama in the replay, but I wasn't there. Yeah, Swallownest, they tried to pass it back in their own defence, but they didn't do very well. They've ended up passing out for a throw-in to the Steels here on the right-hand side. So Reynolds here tries to throw it into the box. It's back with Reynolds, but well intercepted and well read by Swallownest. That was very intelligent play. Tried to clear it, and in the end, Townrow could only knock it out for a throw-in to Swallownest. So it's just waited for like a Cedar Falco there in the red training top. Throwing goes in here, and on the left side, Swallownest have sent it long here. Townrow heads it away. Tried to get Gavin in midfield. Mangson's just knocked it on, and Swallownest gather it back, and they've sent it long as well. A bit of a long battle. Townrow heads it away. Townrow does win a lot in the air. That's one thing I've been impressed by him, as it's another one sent long, but again, Swallownest have just got it back, and they're trying to pass it in their midfield now, and they've beat the man quite well. Turner's actually going to be penalised for having a bit of a shirt pull to stop him getting fully away. That is what we call a clever foul, and here he comes. Luca De Falco is about to make his appearance in this game. He's coming off for Lewis McCaskill, who's coming off a bit gingerly, so maybe there's a bit of a knock to him. Lewis McCaskill, I think, has been very lively in this game, but here comes Luca De Falco. He's playing against Swallownest, the team he's dual registered with. It's a hell of a story in the making, potentially, and hopefully he will be able to get the winner for us. And get his, well, it would also be his first senior goal for Steels. He's got plenty for the reserves and the under-18s in his time. Townrow tries to win that, but now headed gone backwards, and it's got a Stocksbridge haven't cleared, and it hits the side net in there. I think that was Kenny there who nipped in, and that was sleepy, poor defending from the Steels that almost let Swallownest just nick that goal. Kenny followed it very well. He just couldn't keep it on target. Stocksbridge will need to be much more awake in defence there if they want to stop something like that now. Ball going long from Davison Hale. Tinker tries to keep it in with the header, but it's just going to go out back to Swallownest here. Here it's on the right-hand side for Sawyer to take this throw-in. Puts it into the central defence. If your favours close it, especially as Bythway there did have let it go behind him, but he did get it onto the left-hand side to Skelton, and Stocksbridge just presses coming in here, but Swallownest are trying to pass it round, eventually blocked by Langton. Rawson tries to play in the centre. He's ended up playing to where he would be. There. Yeah. And Swallownest tried to run the way out of it, and they earned the foul there from Turner as well. Curtis Turner has given quite a few fouls away today, and I wouldn't be shocked if he... 79 minutes gone in this game so far, and Swallownest are going to make their final substitution as well. Both teams definitely stuffed the chance of going on to win this one. Swallownest tried to take that quick free kick quickly, and it's not going to happen because they want the substitution. It's Dickinson coming off for Swallownest, with James Donahue coming on.
So Donahue coming on for Dickinson here for Swallownest.
So the ball goes long into the box, headed away by Murray, but it's only reached the edge of the area here. Swallownest have it back, trying to get to the right-hand side, into my blind spot. Can't see a single thing at the moment, and it's going to go in the corner. Appeals for everything. The Swallownest management team are angry, so I presume it's gone Stocksbridge's way. Yes. So it's in that corner now. Looks like a throw-in by the way the players are positioned. And the fact that Swallownest mentioned, if you probably can hear it, don't let him out. Rawson does head it on, being held quite a lot though. So it goes back to Swallownest, gets it away, Rawson controls, Rawson needs to turn, pass it back to Tinker, he's going to send it long for the chase. If you're Faber who's trying to chase onto it, the offside flag is up before Walker sends that ball into the housing estate. So whoever's building those houses, you've got a football to give to the first buyer as well. Pitch there, Davison Hale looked quite nervous about his footing. And given back to Sawyer now. Throwing goes in, it's on a tackle back to Sawyer, who is going to try and put the ball in, but that was very aimless. There was no one even in the box, and it's Reynolds has got on the right hand side, and Reynolds has got an acre of space to move into, which he is going to take. Reynolds moving forward, now looking for the passing option, trying to send it on, looking for Turner, who's pressing forward. He's nibbling at the toes of the Swallownest defender who's gathered it, but he's going to be able to clear that. Tamro gets it away though, in fact to Langton, who knocks it forward. Turner's going to try and get it on the right hand side, and I think he's left that for the throw into Swallow. I think Turner may have been in an offside position, that's why he left it in the end, or else he would have been in a really good position. So Faber on the right hand side. Backwards there. Now going to do the cross heel ball back to Turner, who's got plenty of space. Turner going to take the shot. Turner just over. Maybe I think it was touched over there by Walker. It was, and Turner there looking for. And well, we've had two fantastic goals in this game for either side, and Turner was looking to add to it. Just a bit too close to the goalkeeper in the centre there. That shot. Corner kick though, as Walker was forced to push it over. I was wondering if we could fetch that ball. A lad has gone behind there. Didn't know he could get behind that. Friends. And no Alex O'Connor. I'm trying to see who's going to take. Looks like Curtis Turner is going to go take the corner. Alex O'Connor, who'd been taking them before now, off the pitch was substitution. Lee Whelan came on for him. I have said we have been missing Thomas Poole, but maybe Curtis Turner's corner is what we need right now. Lots of men up front for Stocksbridge. Here it comes. It's a low corner, headed up into the air. Look, is it going to be a second corner? And it is. Swallownest were the ones who headed that away. Second corner for Turner to take. Quite a low rising corner that Curtis Turner tried to put in there. We'll see if he tries something a bit different, because I think Swallownest would be able to deal with those, even if he's got a corner. So just the Swallownest man is up. It's the Stocksbridge man, who I cannot tell who it is from this distance, who is down at the moment. So a bit of a stoppage in play for Nick. So just a stoppage in play while we have treatment. There, let's go have a look at our comments and see how they're going. Cleethorpes beating Long Eaton 2-1. They're doing all right. It's in second Dave Smith, aren't they? Let's see who it is now. It is up. I can't even tell. It's the problem with some of the floodlights in Norway. You struggle to see. I think it's Keegan Townrow there, which actually, considering he's going to be off the pitch for a second while this get long, it has gone back here to Walker. He's going to take a few touches. Townrow is able to get back onto the pitch now, as Walker's ball just skew left, but Swallownest have got it. Tried to pass it back. Ball goes long for Swallownest, but that's just going to have to play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. 20. So we're in the 86th minute here. 1-1 still. Not very long for either side to go. Don't know yet, actually. Forgot to ask. Meant to. Just wait. Welcome to non-league, where you get non-league quality commentators as well as non-league players. Reynolds sends the throwing down, headed on by set pieces, but we'll see if this is Opportunity here. Curtis Turner is one who's come over to take the tackle in, and the throw-in goes Swallownest way. Steele's just taking too long to put a ball into the box. Luke Rawson not happy with it, you can see. And that's why Swallownest have the ball back with this throw-in now. I think sometimes the Steels really can rush things sometimes and be way too ponderous, the others. And that can be quite frustrating to see, especially there where Swallownest were able to press out and defend the ball and get even their own throw-in. Back with Tinker here, and goes to Murray, and Murray's going to try and send it long, but cut out by Sawyer. Sawyer clears it only to Turner, who heads it forward. Rawson was slipping in to try and do it, but big boot clearance from Swallownest there. Hovering in the air, Wheeling wasn't able to follow it, but Swallownest press it forward. Swallownest looking to turn now on the attack, and it's slipping, but the free kick given for that one, which I am surprised about. I thought that was more of a slip from Kenny there, but does get it there, and it's going to be a free kick about 10 yards into the Steels half for Swallownest to take. 89th minute would be. There's always late drama in Stocksbridge games, but it doesn't mean any. Usually, it's gone both for us and against us. Lincoln it went against us, so it did against Prestwich at home, and it's gone for us in a few of the other FA Cup games in particular. That free kick has gone in, but Stocksbridge get the first header, but it goes back to Swallownest, and no appeals for offside, not given on Swallownest as they get the ball back. They're going to pass it round the edge of the area. Ifeafabu's coming back to stop it, and Ifeafabu does stop it well in from Ifeafabu. I think he was fouled there as he's trying to carry it away. Advantage given, and he evades like 3 men, Ifeafabu. He ended up trying to backheel the pass through, but it's blocked, and then the tackle goes in and out. Swallownest looking to get the counter on the right-hand side. Ifeafabu still down, trying to get the beating of Elliot Murray. Elliot Murray has covered it well. He's going to cut it, and he's just trying to get the foul off the man. Passes it back to Utinka, who clears it away, but only back there to Hawks, who heads it back in, but Turner's gathered it. Turner trying to carry the ball away onto the right-hand side. Hyde tries to get through one tackle, gets through and eventually earns a foul there as well. We should be in the 90th minute by my count at the moment. Linesman was looking at his watch at the same time, so I'm hoping. I think he said 21 seconds till end of 90, so I think I'm right there. So go back to Davison Hale to take this. We are getting closer and closer. We don't want the drama of penalties, but it looks like we're going to get it. I think it's penalties. I hope it is. I don't want extra time. God. Here comes Davison Hale. Sends it long. Look it, but headed behind by Swallownest. Couldn't Stockbridge nip onto it. They can't. Swallownest just knock it away, but it's back here with Tinker. Back to DeFalco on the left-hand side, who's immediately closed into, and Swallownest tackle. Swallownest clear. And they've got it here to Hallam here, who's turned Murray. Murray's had to give him some space for that turn. And it's Turner who's been gone in there with some dangling feet, and the free kick is given Swallownest way there, just in the half, inside the Steel's half. Bit nervy how this end of this game. You don't want to concede late in a cup tie. Not away from home. I don't think I'd get to leave if that happened. So here comes the ball in, looking for the far end of that box, headed away by Stocksbridge. It's only gone back to the edge of the area Swallownest in, but well in there from Turner, which has got it further away, but Swallownest still on the ball. They're trying to send a bit of an aimless one down the left-hand side, and that's going to be completely dealt with by Reynolds. Reynolds is going to send it long here, going to be chased down here on that right-hand side before it goes out to play for Swallownest throwing. There's some Swallownest fans over there cheering absolutely every decision going their way at this moment. So, I'm not sure how much added time has been given. I'm pretty sure we're 2 minutes into it now. Free kick being given to Swallownest after that throw. Not sure what for. Missed that because I was looking to see if the linesman were giving the time out. Free kick is about 5, 6, 7 yards in there. They've taken it fairly quickly here, looking to try and catch out. Grady's in there fighting. Murray's headed it away. Appeals for a penalty, but the free kick's actually been given against Grady, so it's a free kick to Stocksbridge inside their own penalty box area. It was a high foot it was given for. Davison Hale going down to the byline here. DeFalco trying to put the ball in, but it's way too close to the goalkeeper here, and he's going to stay down as well. Swallownest want the end of 90 minutes. Try to do anything with that. Davison Hale sends that one long. Rawson's trying to be ahead. Gone over him after a bit of a push, but not much of into that one. Rawson's now got it and push it forward. DeFalco's trying to flick it on. Bit of a clumsiness there as a few players run into each other. If your Faber's going to loft it slow. DeFalco misses his header there, and Swallownest head it away. Back to Langton, who takes a busy shot. Saved by Walker, who can be first onto it. Rawson tries to be, but it only goes wide. Goal kick, Swallownest. Langton, they're trying the epic. I think the offside flag was up anyway there on Luke Rawson. Rawson here is actually having to talk to with the referee on that one. And he may be getting a booking in a second, the lanky striker. Gets talking to, no card though. By my estimation, we should be reaching the full time because it is about 5 minutes into added time. And I didn't think we'd have 5 minutes, to be honest, but it goes long. And there we go. End of 90 minutes. I still don't know if we have penalties or extra time. The goals came. It was two superb goals, really, that we got. Oliver Grady was the goal scorer for Swallownest. He gave the Swallownest the lead. Just an incredible curling effort. One you just have to respect, even as an opposition fan, into the top corner. Nothing that Harrison Davis and Ale could do about it. But the reply was about 5 minutes later. If you're Faber with a very cheeky back heel. Only thing he could do to finish, but it was epic. And kick. Quite epic to see. So it's 1-1. I'm just trying to see by the way they're looking what if we get extra time or if we get penalties. Have no idea. Forgot to ask. Ian Richards having a team talk there, so I'm going to just take a quick break so I can have a rest of my voice for a second until we know what's happening. Hello and welcome back here to the Swallow Zero. We are about to head to a penalty shootout here in this game. With the penalties will be taken against the stand that actually has fans in it, because the other stand is unfortunately unable to have stands because there's some fencing in there. So the pressure here for me is on Stocksbridge Park Steels, because they obviously are 2 steps higher. The upset would be for Swallownest. It would be an incredible victory for them. You can't deny that for them. And obviously Stocksbridge have the pressure of that previous loss where they didn't even score a single penalty. How that works in the mind, I'm not really sure. So it's huge here. Harrison Davis and Ale did save 1 penalty in the shootout though, so hopefully we'll see some more of that. It's a shorter keeper though. We saw when England played Italy in that Euros final, that the taller Gianluigi Donnarumma. In fact, he was 6'8" and filled the goal. Really helped them out in that shootout. Penalties are something I do study quite a bit, and I do feel the team that takes the first penalty has the advantage, and it is Swallownest taking the first penalty. Can't see his number as we are getting ready here. Teams on the line. Swallownest taking. I'm to the right. Dosenell didn't even move for it. Here comes Curtis Turner. Short runner takes it. It is wide. Curtis Turner. 4 penalties missed in a row for the Steels overall now. Advantage Swallownest. What is happening with some of the Steel's penalties over this time? And here we'll now get in the goal and we'll see who's coming up. I think it's the number 15. Let me just get my phone out and have a look. It is Ethan Kenny here taking the next penalty. Can Dosen Hale save it and get us on an even keel, sort of. Takes it. Bottom corner sends Davison Hale the wrong way. 2-0 to Swallownest in the penalty shootout. Ife Efebu here is coming up to take the late penalty. Was off, had already hit, was actually on the bench for Ossett in that game, in that shootout. Over there, Davison Hale. It's 3-1 on the shootout so far. Wrong way, fantastic penalty. After 3 penalties each, it is 3-2 to Swallownest. Swallownest still hold the advantage in this one. Davison Hale take it here. It's the number 6. It is Hawks here for Swallownest. Being a centre-back, being very solid in that defence today. Can he fire a penalty? Here comes Hawks. Saved by Davison Hale! It's a chance to level for the Steels. And oh, here comes Mitch Langton. He did take a penalty in the last shootout, and he missed it. He was the one who missed the last penalty for the Steels last time. A time to redeem himself and try and level it. The only one actually in the team today who took a penalty in that shootout. It's a chance to try and level the penalties here. Big opportunity for Mitch Langton. Here comes. Langton takes it. Saved! And Langton has now missed 2 penalties in shootouts this season. It's a fantastic save from Walker. We're in the 5th penalty. And Swallownest, if they score, they win. Here it comes. And it is the goal scorer, Grady, with a chance to win the shootout for Swallownest. Davison Hale is the pressure is on the young former Hemsworth goalkeeper. Davison Hale has already saved 1. Can he save 2 in a row? Here comes Grady taking the penalty shoot. Saved by Davison Hale! And here comes Luke Rawson. To score, he needs to score to keep the Steels in it on the 5th penalty. The striker, the former Chesterfield man. Zach's made 1 save, Zach Walker. He will be looking to follow Davison Hale, save 2 in a row, and send Swallownest through to the 2nd round. Rawson here, short run up, takes it, sends one way. We're in to sudden death. 6th penalty of the game. Davison Hale wants to make it 3 saves in a row now. And now we get to the interesting, here's an interesting one. Leighton Sawyer, Stocksbridge Park Steel's under-18 player. Just a couple of years ago, as part of the team that went on the cup run that lost to York City in the end at Brackenmore during the pandemic-affected 2021. Here comes Sawyer. Taking it. Quick run up, takes it. Saved by Davison Hale! 3 missed penalties in a row for Swallownest. And now, the man who can send Stocksbridge through to the next round is Elliot Murray. The nerves are building. It's down to Elliot Murray now. Or else we will go to another penalty, another set of penalties. Here comes Elliot Murray. He's going to take a fairly long run up from the just under the edge area. Here comes Murray. Takes it. And he's in the back of the net. The Steels win! Steels win on penalties. They make up for the penalties loss against Ossett United. Got to give full credit to Swallownest though. Step 6 side, held step 4 Stocksbridge all the way. A very impressive performance from the hosts here. They had the advantage in the shootout, but Harrison Davison Hale, the hero, 3 penalty saves in a row from the young goalkeeper. And in the end, Elliot Murray stepped up, fired the Steels home, and Stocksbridge have gone through on penalties 4-3. Well, thank you very much for everyone for listening. I know penalties are just the most awful thing to listen to sometimes and watch, especially if your team's involved in them. But it's been a great game here. Thank you to our host Swallownest FC here at the Swal Zero for being fantastic with us. We wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. You're a great team. You've performed like you do tonight. You'll beat a lot of teams at that level. And well done to Stocksbridge, who got through a penalty shootout. I've been Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you next Saturday in our away match against Grimsby Borough. We do like to be beside the seaside.